Here we have Steve Carski, the Vitoline hauler for Brick Yardley in Cars 3. And man, I have to say that this is probably the best hauler since 2010. No questions asked. I mean, in the past 8 years, we've only gotten different variations of Mac, the Wally hauler, and yes, last year we did get Bobby Swift's and Cal Weathers haulers, but we already had versions of those haulers for the same brands, which were Dynaco and Octane Gain. Steve here is representing Vitoline, and there are no previous iterations of haulers for Vitoline, even though, yes, in 2010 there was supposed to be one, but it got canceled. And we'll talk more about that later, and we'll compare the two. But first, we're just going to talk about some of the introduction stuff, like where I got this guy. I got this guy from Walmart.com for like 16 bucks, and I picked it up at my local Walmart. I was never able to find one in a store, and I found the remnants of the case, like I found the Mac hauler and the Walmart hauler on this 2018 Desert Sky packaging, which indicated to me that I was just late and someone got Steve before me, which, you know what, I'm fine with. And then the one back there came from eBay a long time ago, and I was just waiting to get another one so I could open one up and keep the other in the package. It was first actually found in Canadian Walmarts, and the entire hauler line, if you guys don't already know, is exclusive to Walmart stores. So let's get on with the packaging. Of course, it does say Steve Carski. Up here it shows a nice image of how you can open the hauler up and put the racer inside. It does say vehicle not included, because brick is not included. Nice packaging layout. You can see the entire hauler. On the back it says Steve Carski again, and you have a bigger image of how it unfolds. For those curious, that is a prototype Brick Yardley, and that is why the rims are not colored in and the tires do not say Lightyear. That is just kind of one of the things that they do on the packaging a lot. They just use the stock image for a lot of these die casts and don't have the thing that you have in stores, which usually would be like a different expression or stuff like that. Now, since all 2018 packaging, regardless of where you live, is international, multilingual, so we do have all those different languages on here, whereas last year and all the way back to 2006, the United States got their own special packaging that was English only. And I'll be right back with Steve all opened up. So here is Steve out of the package, looking fantastic. It was super easy to open him. You just twist the four things on the bottom. You don't have to pull them out. You just have to twist them until you hear kind of like a click or a release, because that is it releasing from Steve himself. And then you just pop open the top window and pull them out. Super simple. I like it. They were never this simple. I feel like in 2010 they were a little bit harder to get open, so it's nice now. And let's just dive right into the review. So if I find the picture of Steve from the movie, I'll put it on the screen, but I do doubt it because I don't remember seeing him at all. But it's okay, because we all know that he exists. Brick Yardley needs transportation somehow, and it was the natural progression to release Steve after Mac, Bobby Swift's hauler, and Cal Weathers hauler, because Brick Yardley was the only other stock car besides those three to actually speak in the movie. So it was the natural progression. It makes perfect sense that they released him. And there will be more stock car haulers in the future. Check out this. There is the blinker semi-cab. Hopefully we get the whole thing pretty soon. Yeah, that one looks fantastic. I really like the orange and blue colors. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there was supposed to be a Vitoline hauler in 2010 for James Clean Air, who was, of course, the Vitoline racer in Cars 1. So the design, which I'll put on the screen now, does match James quite a bit, because James had more white and was just kind of like the two-tone green and white. No different shades of green, just that. And in my opinion, it looks fantastic. I wish they released them. So you can kind of see how different these two are, even though they're not extremely different. And I feel like at this point, it's not like a big deal if they ever do decide to release the Vitoline hauler from Cars 1. I feel like it would be a poor choice because we just got this one. I think they should release, of course, maybe like Toe Cap or Fiber Fuel, those haulers from Cars 1. But this one is probably good now. And tell me in the comments below, do you prefer the Cars 1 Vitoline hauler or Steve Carski here? I really don't know. I think they're equal for me personally. Now let's talk about his release. So of course, 2018 hauler, first case assortment. Will he get re-released next year? Possibly, but I doubt it. I personally doubt it. I don't think he'll ever get re-released. I know it sounds cynical, but that's just my opinion. So we're gonna separate these two. Wow, that was pretty easy. I was expecting like an arm battle right here between the two because they are usually extremely hard to separate, but we're all good today. So looking at Steve here, his expression's pretty basic, just a little smile to the left right there. I like that he has green eyes, and that was Mattel's decision because he never appeared like this in the movie. He does have a mouth plate, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's whatever, not a huge deal. It says Vitoline there on the cap or hat, whatever you want to call it, and it says for older active cars. So it's probably like a stimulant, something that, you know, I don't know, just helps older cars that are still active, maybe in like physical activities. I don't know, maybe like they play golf or something. I don't know how cars would play golf though. His license plate is awesome. It says VTL, which obviously stands for Vitoline, and then 24, which is Brick Yardley's number. And his number is that because they had to change it to accommodate for Chase Racelet, who is voiced by Chase Elliott, and his number is 24 in real life. So it's the chain. They wanted to make Chase Racelet's number 24, which meant that they had to make Brick Yardley's number 24, which means they had to make Steve Carski's license plate say 24. So it's a whole chain. And the mud flaps have the Vitoline logo on there as well. So that's pretty cool. And now this is the only part that's metal of the entire thing. And the cap is not even metal itself, just this bottom portion. So that's all the metal we're getting today. Now, of course, we have the nice Vitoline logo here that matches Brick Yardley's hood. Slightly different coloring, but it's all in all the same. You have like the white and the gray stripes, so the designs are very, very similar, which is obviously a given. You wouldn't expect anything different. Same thing on the back there, you just have the tail lights, and then the license plate again is the same, and it better be. I feel like there's a hauler that Mattel released where the cab does not match the actual trailer. I'm pretty sure that happened before. I think I was just talking about it. So, yeah, I think it was actually Mac. I think one of them's like Rusty's 3 and the other one's like Rusty's 4, which is illegal because the trailer and the cab should be the same, but whatever. And on the roof here, you have just kind of a smaller version of the decal that's on the side. And you do have the dish right here, so Brick can be entertained and watch TV while going to the next race. Now, both flaps open up. They have full range of motion, which is pretty sweet, nice hinges. But the thing is, the thing only slides out from the left if you're facing, you know, forward from the back. So, just something to keep in mind here. Now, this design is the same as all the haulers except Mac and the other ones that aren't racer haulers, you know, like Jerry Recycled Batteries, Paul Valdez, those ones. But, you know, every other hauler for a racer, a Piston Cup racer, is like this. You have these little supports that you can flip down. They're not necessary to keep the thing up, of course, but they do look nice so it doesn't seem like the thing is just floating. This one's a little hard to detach because it's stiff in there. And it's right by the tires. Oh, goodness, come on. There we go, I got it. So that looks pretty sweet. You can flip down this ramp too. And let's look inside. We got the tool bench, which is pretty sweet. We have the air compressor right there. None of this is movable. And a stack of tires. Now, I hate that they always do this. I didn't expect any more, but it doesn't say Lightyear on the tires. And he has to have Lightyear tires because that's his sponsor. But at least they are green. I'm glad that they aren't black because that would be a typical mistake from Mattel to have the wrong color rim in there. So let's put Brick inside. Oops, sorry for moving the camera there. The only thing is that it's a little uneven. But if you had it like attached to Steve, I don't think it would be uneven. Yeah, it's a little bit better there. So you just kind of drive him up, get him over the ridge, and make that sharp turn right there. And bam, he looks fantastic. Then you want to flip up the supports. The only problem that makes this a little unrealistic is that you can't fold in the ramp, but that's okay. We'll fold it back in and levitate Brick back inside. And there you go. Close it up. And he's ready to travel to the next race. That's awesome. I love haulers. I've always loved haulers, and I wish they make more, because they really stopped making any new ones after 2010. So hopefully this is a sign of change. Since, like I said at the beginning of the video, definitely no questions asked. Best hauler since 2010, in my mind at least. So that's pretty sweet. Let's get the whole team of Vitoline together. Unfortunately, a crew chief was never released. Only one pity. But we do have 2 racers from Cars 3 and a James Clean Air. Look at that. Awesome. Actually, Chase, you gotta go off to the side, pal. This is Brick's time to shine. And we'll bring over the Vitoline Pity here, who was never named. At least I don't think he was. If I'm wrong, let me know. It was weird. They named some of the 2009 Pitties, like Jerry Drive Chain, for tank coat, but others they didn't. So very strange. And here's the nice little tool cart. They all look very nice together. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. I've been trying my best to pump out more videos now. I'm back from vacation, not going back on another vacation for a long time. So I will be hunkered down, ready to produce videos for you guys, even with my work schedule. But I should be able to work around it. And I want to do a variety of videos, not just review after review after review. So you can expect a bunch of different variety videos, venturing into other things besides just cars, like Disney in general, Disney parks, Marvel maybe. So big changes are coming. Trust me, I know I've been saying this for a while, but I really do mean it. I intend on changing a lot around my channel just because I have to adjust to the times. But there will definitely always be cars videos. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye now.